Welcome. It is the 6th of January 2019. Almost saying 18 there, but not quite. Okay, Ethereum. Daily time frame, all bets trades of the like within each his own risk reward. Nice couple legs higher. Having a correctionary move. This price move, nothing near what it was like before. And the one like before wasn't all that big either. All it did was get to the 18 average of highs, which is what it's doing now. So let it do what it needs to do. If it needs to correct further, we got this previous area of resistance. I would say that it would go down to about the 344, piercing below handle, which would go below the 18 average of lows, which is no big deal to me when you go up so fast and you rise like this. However, this thing could go a lot further to that of the upside. When looking at this, I did this with LITECOIN. I could almost do this with almost every coin, it seems, though. This thing was obviously a good down move, which is always used. The 18 average will define such. And although it doesn't show much here, what did it do when it left the 18? Yeah, it did that. This wasn't much of a move below it. Didn't get above it anyway afterwards, so this doesn't count. It's got to have a clear break. So therefore, this period didn't count. But this one did. And then look what, yeah, it did that. And then this significant decline. And this wasn't as good of a move, but 1, 2, yeah, meh candle. This is meh. What was the gain of this meh candle? Well, the first one was 30.2% on the week. And then we have 30.5 and meh, 9.9. We'll say 10. Follow that up with 30. Follow that up with 44. So at 30% moves of 44%, and yeah, 9, 10. This is just getting above the 18 average now after this decline. So we'll see what happens. Now with the dash, and I'm gonna move the really early data. Getting above here, didn't have much of a gain, but it had one. And then this was a significant down move, and in here it really had some violent or large price corrections, but it got above this level of resistance, came back to the lows, matched its high, tried here to get out. That had again, we talk about violent corrections. There's a lot of people that could get stopped out here, but it did maintain higher level, and then it had a little bit of a higher leg. So how much you want to grade this breakout back in early 2016? And when did this happen? This move happened in early 2015. See, there's been an interesting trend here with when these markets in harmony go up. Harmony means all the markets together in the same sort of harmony field. Like everything goes up here kind of deal in 2017. But notice this is January 2014. It starts going up at the start of the year. 2016 starts right in here, and it goes up. And it's a choppy year, but it goes up that year. And then the correction happens at the end of the year. Okay. So start of the year, we can see in 2017 it goes up. This one is difficult to see, but when we understand base harmony, this most certainly counts. When we look at 2018, for it was down all year. However, I look at this as a head start. And this, again, is a bad chart to look at because this was the move in here. And again, this move was November that it went up and not in December. But in 2017, the entire crypto space went up. So I'll just put a different chart up. And using Doji for this example, this was the move here. It was just early. It happened, instead of happening in January or February, it happened like December 4th or December 2nd or 10th or 12th or November 25th. And it ended maybe January 15th or January 1st or sometime then, but they all had their base ones. Now, how has Doji been as far as start of the year, end of the year? Well, we can see here that start of the year it started off going down. When it started off completely, we'll state. So starting in 2015, it was a choppy year. It didn't start the year off going up, and it was just a choppy year. 2016, it started off going up, and that was its first move, and it was the only big move. It had the rest of the entire year going down. Basically, that was this year, if you look at it. If you look at this harmony, this was December 21st, so December 14th. Okay, subtract a few weeks from it. Ours was like, or 2017 was like November 30th, December 2nd, or December 1st, whatever. But it goes from here. What's the date on this top? January 25th, which is pretty much how the cryptos, or when the cryptos topped. And this went all the way down, in this case, to March of 2017. The end of the year was roughly around here. So it went down a bit more. And then it had its big move. So it was late in 2017, had its fall, late and then early for this move. And this was a unique move here. As it was pretty much across the board like this in 2018. Some cryptocurrencies would have had worse falls and some would have survived here and there. Of course, Doji, they were one of them. They're above their support levels that they've had like this, but they're not doing the greatest from the top. But I find it interesting how that's pretty much been the case for a lot of different coins. With Ripple, we can see here, and when this coin started, it got going in November, late. So we're looking at late the year, start of a new year. It has its rally, sells off, and we see 2016. This was a time frame it didn't have a rally. It was basically, I would thought with Doji that one year I said it was just sideways. This one I can't give it that. It was basically a complete continuation of what already was a bear market for a year for another year. For the top was December of 2014, and it didn't get going into 2017. It spent the entire calendar years of 2015 and 16 in a downtrend. However, looking at this chart as it plays amongst its weekly term time frame, and these ads are coming up, I accidentally closed this browser, and if you have it on long enough, these ads I find do go away. But resistance level, that's twice hit before, almost made a third hit. So therefore, on the weekly time frame, this market is at least looking for a decent sized break and not caring about seasonality, about, oh, markets go up to start the year. At least when we looked at coins like Dash and Litecoin, that's what they do. I mean, ETC doesn't have much data, but it started the year off 2017 up. 2018, well, there was the up move in here. Since this low on the weekly chart, it's just hanging in there, making the 18 average go flat. That neutralizes this down move. If you're looking for coins that you're selling, this is I was going to say more in my last video, coins like Litecoin and Ethereum, if you're selling it trying to get into some other coins just because they're not breaking out, well, this is one of them that's not. At least not via the weekly. Versus a daily time frame, well, it's barely correcting in a very tight range at this time frame. It had one small attempt at getting above it a couple days ago. This little move here, and it rejected it really quickly. Definitely a little bit of a cautious signal. Only thing is, one, how strong of a range is this? Meaning, is this down move? Meaning, this candle combined with a small green and the red follow through like this does seem bearish. The last three combined, but to me, it only looks like its price objective would be down to like 1293 handle, which really isn't much at all. It's just going to the lower end of this range and really coming back better into this resistance level. So that doesn't really say too much as far as that is concerned. But if I see this go below here, for this to be for this rally to be failing, I need to see more than a break below here. I pretty much need this bigger area around the 121 to basically give in on that. And I would show Bitcoin, Only problem is I'm on strike, so unless you can show me something like in the area of like 4,400, 3,400, I don't need to see it. I mean 4,000. It's trying to break out. Maybe one day soon, soon, soon. I might show it soon. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye.